Catherine.
Why, Mrs. Wilson, imagine seeing you.
Well, I know I didn't have an appointment, but I simply forgot it. Now the weekend's on me. Look, could you possibly sandwich me in just long enough to shake me in back?
Of course, if you don't mind waiting a bit. I'll just slip you into this first booth until Sybil is free.
While I'm waiting, I'll amuse myself.
I just can't tell you how sorry I am to hear all those stories going round about you, Mrs. Wilson. But you won't have to amuse yourself long after you get to Reno. I hear it's quite lively.
Why would I go to Reno?
You mean you aren't?
Oh, certainly not. Who told you I was going to Reno?
Oh, well, it's just one of those things one hears around a place like this. It was probably some other Mrs. Wilson. Will you excuse me? Oh, hello, Mrs. Sims. Won't you make yourself comfortable? Yeah. Claire will take you in a few minutes.
Oh, thank you. I'm afraid I'm...
Oh, help me! Somebody help me! Whoa, I've dropped a box! If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Don't bring empty boxes into the house. Oh, they're not empty. I've just bought a whole bunch of hats. Oh, well, that's wonderful, but just sit down and shut up. I'm quite sick of you. I've been developing my muscles. You want to see? I can lift this one round one way up over my head. I'm going to show you. Watch. Whoa! Well, that's quite impressive, but shut up anyway. Oh, Mabel. Oh, Mabel, I've got something to tell you. Tell me. Mabel, you know what I heard about Mrs. Wilson the other day? Do tell. Well, I'm going to touch your knee. She was in this place where nude men go and dance around. Can you believe it? Oh, tell me more. Well, the next thing I knew, she was up on the stage with him, dancing and making a fool of herself. I can't believe it. She's not like that normally. It's true. I wouldn't make it up. And another thing I heard about her. Well, who cares about her? I'd like to hear more about the naked men. Well, it's not just naked men that she's been into lately. I heard she was down at the pharmacy the other day, and do you know what she was buying? Oh, I know what she was buying. I buy those myself, you know. Like to have a little fun. Oh, dear, you've got the wrong idea. No, it was nothing like that. It was a thing that you hook up to your face. Can you believe it? I personally can't believe it. Oh, dearie, but no, wait. To get serious here for just a minute. I'm not into any of that stuff. I never would condone such behavior. I personally, it's just shameful. Imagine the acreage it would take to cover that wide face of hers, where it's not so out to here. Yes, I know. And so anyway. Right, girls, I'll give you $5 if you touch her knee. I'm going to touch you back. Thanks, don't do that, naughty girl. Hello, Billy. What are you looking for, Mrs. Chittlefarm? Billy, you startled me. You snuck right up on me. What's the matter? What are you looking for? Well, Billy, I have a prophylactic in this purse. Yeah, prophylactic? Those are neat, I've heard. Well, can I see one? Let me show you. Now, you've got to keep this between me and you. Here, you can have it. Oh, what's this? This isn't a prophylactic, is it? Oh, of course it is. Well, they're a lot smaller than I thought they'd be. Well, Billy, they come in different sizes. Well, I want a big one, a real big one. Peekaboo! How are we doing? How's your back? Let me touch your back. Touch my back? Mrs. Thompson, do you think it's right for one woman to touch another? I mean, it doesn't seem right. Well, I... You know, I just heard the strangest thing in the other room out there. I didn't hear anything. Well, let's not talk about them. Let's talk about us. You know, me and you are... No. You're kind of special. I'm not going to let you touch any part of my body. I don't care what you think I'm here for. I'm not into that kind of stuff, and you better know it now. Well, I am. No, back off. You're not going to touch me, and that's final. You'll like it. I know you will. Now, Billy, soft, long strokes. That's what it's all about. You get it, don't you? That's real neat, Dad, but do you have to touch me like that? Billy, you know, the secret to a good paint job is a good long stroke. You understand, don't you, son? I think so, Dad, but it feels kind of funny. Yes. Well, we'll get back to this some other time. I think I hear your mother coming. Why don't you run along now and see if the neighbors need any help? All right, maybe Mr. Wilson will touch me like that and show me how to paint. Well, if he does, I want you to let me know about it. You understand me? I sure do, Dad. I'll see you later. All right, son. What a strange boy. Don't know. Well, is that a rabbit I see? Strange woman. Stealing so into the members that seem to what? All these disturbances. What could it be now? What? Hello, it's me. Oh, what have you got underneath those towels there, Mrs. Thompson? Come on in here, and why don't you show me what you've got?
Well, it could be a cat, but I'm not telling. It's awfully big, isn't it? And look at how it sits on this plate.
No.
Well, I'm not saying that it's a cat, but it could be a cat.
Oh,
You don't like cats, do you? I like cats. I like them a lot. And
You were right about making Dennis earn the money to pay for the window, dear.